What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in. Today is another exciting day for the Camaro as we start another big process on upgrading this thing. We're adding the LT2 intake from the C8. That's a very big mod right now for Camaro people, but it can add possibly 10 to 15 horsepower due to the higher runners in there, because the LT1 was originally designed for the Corvette. That's why it's in the Corvette 2 years before the Camaro got it, and they had to lower the runners because of the cowl. So this being arched and a lot bigger gives those higher runners and can gain about 10 to 15 is what people are saying if it's ported. Now mine, I'm not doing the porting right now, but if you guys want to see that, let me know down in the comments and I will go ahead and try and attempt to do the porting by myself. But I have not ever ported anything, so if you guys want to see that, I will attempt it. But if it's not, then it's not that big of a deal for me, because this is just short term, as I do have bigger plans for this down the line. But let's go ahead and get the trimming on the bottom modified for the fuel pump that's up here, and then we'll go from there. So I know this looks ugly right now, but it's pretty much going to be hidden, so I'm not too worried about making it really pretty. I am going to do a little more sanding just to try and make this a little smoother, but for the most part this isn't going to be seen, so I'm not worried about it being completely perfect, because this is the bottom, like I said. So now that these are out of the way, another thing that you're going to have to do after modifying the bottom is you have to add a 3/8 inch barb to the back here for the, I believe it's for the fuel line itself, or the booster, the fuel brake booster. But it will eventually go here in this one, but I don't have that with me today, so I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store and see if I can't track one of those down. If not, then I will have to buy it online and have it shipped. I already found one, but I want to see if I can get it today, that way I can get this done. But in the event that I can't, we'll probably go to the Eclipse and install the new thermostat, because I did get that in the mail today. Because today's video is actually supposed to be an Eclipse episode, but I'm waiting for the boots to come in for the inner tie rod. I had to order all this stuff, so unfortunately the auto parts stores around here didn't have anything in stock, and I wouldn't be able to get it for like a week, so I bought it off of eBay. But I got a new thermostat housing, the boots for the inner tie rods, and then I also got a new oil pan and gasket, because the one that's on there is starting to be really rusty, and we're doing all this maintenance anyways. I'm trying to make it as nice as possible to be kind of daily driven, but I'm not daily driving it. It's just going to be going on a bunch of trips and stuff, so I want to make sure that car is nice and good to go. But for now, I'm going to go to the hardware store, see if I can't track down one of those 3/8" elbow barbs, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so after you do all this in, you're going to want to wash it out. I just use the hose, and you're going to want to let it dry in the sun. But look at this guy. I don't know where he came from, but he's just chilling. Pretty cool, you don't see those every day. Alright guys, so just a few hours later, I was able to go and locate a 3/8" Barb Elbow. I got this at AutoZone for, I think it was like 11 or 12 bucks, which is kind of expensive. But I was able to get it so that we can finish this tonight, so that you guys can see this done on YouTube tomorrow. So we're going to get that installed in there very soon. But first things first is we're going to take off the old intake, and then so I can put them side by side and kind of show you guys the difference if you don't already know. So let's go ahead, get this old one off, and then we'll go from there. Now that you guys can see the difference here, you have the nice arch on the new one and the flat one from the stock. So now that we got this out, we're going to go ahead and get all these bolts moved over, MAF sensor moved over, we're going to get the gaskets moved over and the throttle body, and then we'll get that one back inside the car. So I went ahead and got everything moved over, and unfortunately I cracked this thing off. So I'm not sure if this is like a cap that comes off. It kind of looks like it might, but I'm gonna have to try and get like some JB weld or something and try and fix that. But I got the MAF sensor moved over, I got the throttle body, got all the bolts, and now the only thing I gotta do is I gotta drill that thing into the back here and go from there. But so far it's been pretty easy. Everything is a 10mm, so nice and easy. You don't have to keep swapping tools. You will need to use a star bit of some sort to get the the map sensor off. I had to use a star because it looks like it's a Phillips, but it's actually not. So the star got it off no problem. I used a T20, came right off. But I'm going to put you guys back on the time lapse. We're going to get that thing drilled and in there, hopefully. And then we'll get this thing back on the car. Alright guys, so I got my 3/8 inch elbow barb in here, nice and secured, and it's definitely not going anywhere, so I'm feeling pretty good about that now. That was a big worry about mine. Yes, when I was trying to do this last night, trying to find a tab that would thread that big enough, but then I also got my 3/8 inch fuel line. This is on here pretty tight, so I might get a hose clamp. I might not. I honestly don't think it's coming off there. I tried to heat it up and get it on even further, but I couldn't get it any further than about halfway. So I'm feeling pretty good about this, though. I definitely don't think it's going to go anywhere. So we're going to get this back on the car and then try and fix that piece up front that cracked off. So I pretty much got everything buttoned up on the LT2 intake. The only thing left is trying to fix this, because I broke this off, unfortunately, right there, because I was just dumb. Left it sitting here, bumped it, fell, and yeah. So I'm going to go try and get some, probably JB weld, maybe some super glue just to put on the bottom of this, and then JB weld around it on the outside, and then get some small hose clamps to put on the ends of this, because you had to modify this hose. Other than that, everything went in pretty smoothly after modifying the bottom and putting that fitting in the back. So I'm gonna head to Ace Hardware, see what I can't come up with. Alrighty guys, so I'm back. We got the hose clamps on here on both ends, and then we went ahead and I put super glue on this itself, and then around the outside, like I said, I put some JB weld on there. Said it was supposed to cure in like 6 to 8 minutes, so we're letting that sit, but so far this is pretty solid, so I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I was kind of bummed that it broke, but if this works, I'll be happy that it's fixed. After that, it's drying, we're going to get this on there, and then that'll basically be it. Alright guys, so it is the last day in this video, because I am pleased to say that the LT2 is fully installed, fully fixed, and is ready to head to the tuners. Now, thanks to you guys on Facebook, I posted in a group chat and was asking what my options would be to fix this, and I pretty much went with a 90-degree 3/8 elbow barb, just like we did on the back, and makes it look so much better because it's not all the way up and over like it would have been, and it personally wasn't that bad. Just drilled it again and then got it in there, and I went ahead and put some epoxy around the threads to kind of seal it in there, so everything's on there nice and tight, and we're gonna give this thing a start today. But I did look it up, and I found the torque specs were about 7 pounds. Fingers crossed that was right. I saw a couple different things. There was 35, 7, so I looked in one of the Camaro forums and saw that it was 85 inch-pounds, which was like 7 foot-pounds. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a start, and then that'll be it for today, guys, because that is fully installed and I'm super excited. good news is we're not throwing any check engine lights or anything like that, so that's a plus. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Help your boy help make this channel bigger and better every day, as we're so close to 200 subscribers. But for now, guys, I'll see you in the next one.